It's not often that someone takes the time to develop a new sport with so many already on the scene, but a former Iranian soccer player has. This is the debut of a new sport called soccer wall. The creator is David Abhari, a jazz club owner in the Los Angeles area.
Well, basically it's deflective soccer. That's what the definition is. And so far all the deflective games have been played by hand, which is racquetball or squash or even highlight or handball. But this is the first deflective game that is played by legs. You've got to travel with the same legs you've got to kick the ball with. So it's got a different kind of a pace to it.
You mean you have to use your feet?
Yes, you kick the ball to the front wall and you're allowed 2 bounces instead of 1, which is on a racquetball.
You don't have to be a soccer player to participate in soccer wall, though until a new ball is manufactured, a size 3 soccer ball is used. The court itself is 20 by 40 feet.
One basic difference between the courts in schools right now, which are standard courts right now, like this one, is the side walls come only halfway, which a regular official soccer wall court will be, the side walls will come all the way to the baseline, and there is no back wall. And for service, you go behind the baseline and you serve, which resembles a corner kick in soccer.
Soccer wall came about in a rather unusual way.
Well, my son Tony and I were playing racquetball one day and I had a bad elbow. We started kicking the ball and it made a lot of sense. And we're both soccer players, so we got the soccer ball and we started and we developed it from there.
The scoring is simple. Like volleyball, players score only on their own service. A game is 15 points and 3 winning games makes 1 set. In serving, you either plant kick or drop kick behind the baseline, and the service must hit the front wall. The rules also are relatively simple. Players return the ball to the front wall without the use of the hands. A maximum of 2 ground bounces is allowable before returning, and players must avoid interfering with each other. It's simple, it's fun, and when the courts are completed, easily accessible. Abhari is optimistic about soccer wall success.
It will be accepted because it's first cousin to soccer. And so far there hasn't been any derivative of soccer or anything at all. And this is the first time that somebody's changed soccer to a way that it'll be appealing to universally, for that matter. I call it the sport of the 80s. And as I said again, it will have a universal appeal because it is an American innovation, and at the same time, all over the world they can identify with it.
But you may not have to know soccer, but like Carol said when we were talking here, if you play against a soccer player, you're probably in trouble. But soccer wall, we'll see what happens.
Have you ever felt like kicking a ball around but just didn't have anyone to kick it back? Well, I have the solution in tonight's California adventure. A ball hits a wall. You see that in a lot of games, but you don't see this. Kicking. The game is called soccer wall. It's just like squash or racquetball, except hands aren't allowed. Like soccer, you use your feet, head, or chest, and you get 2 bounces instead of the usual 1 before you have to return the ball or lose the point. The game was conceived by this man, David Abhari, who had a revelation in the late 70s.
I realized that there really is a void or a lack for a one-on-one competitive kicking sport.
So he invented soccer wall, and while he was at it, he came up with another sport called kick tennis. The same rules apply. Feet only, and you get 2 bounces before you have to get the ball back over the net. Just recently, Abhari opened up a public facility for both sports in North Hollywood. So far, the public is responding.
It's very physical, it's very intense. It's also non-contact. It's very much competition against yourself. You're out there jumping as high as you can, pushing as hard as you can, kicking as hard as you can.
Soccer is a completely different environment. You need a lot of people to field the teams. You know, have a lot of space, etc. And you need to run a lot to get a workout. Here you can get the same amount of workout by moving in a very restricted space.
Yes, beautiful.
He's right about that, as I find out firsthand. And the neat thing about both games is that you don't have to possess sensational soccer skills to enjoy them. I pick it up pretty quickly, but I do have my moments.
I got it. Sorry. Over the wall again.
Oh well, nobody's perfect, and the idea is to have fun. But it does take a little while to get those feet working the way you'd like them to. practice, practice, practice. You should try that. You'd be good at that.
I'd like to do that, especially since you get 2 bounces
That's
before it
right.
has to hit the wall.
I'll set you up. Just let me know when.
Little
We'll play a
smaller
game.
ball.
All right, we'll play each other.
Smaller
What
ball,
about
you
you
said.
gonna play
I
David
wanna
can play the winner.
Yeah, I'll play.
You heard that.
Best of 3.
Look fun. Look fun. Thanks, Tom.
Sure.